I hit that realisation last week in my training that I had ran 55 miles with 7,000 feet of vert, and that's across a whole week. I've got to do just under that in one run with the North Downs Way 50 miler, and that very much scares me.
So to get us started then for the week, Monday was just a 6 mile easy run after football. I got to do this with two of my friends, Adam and Jack, so it was nice to have that little bit of company for this road run. It is a fairly hilly route, if I'm honest with you, for the 6 miles, and Jack hadn't ran in a long time, so it was really nice to see him getting going. And my friend Adam, he's one of them runners that very much has one pace and one pace only, so it was a little bit quicker than maybe what we would have anticipated. Into Tuesday though, this was a beautiful run in the morning out on the trails. It was 6 miles with strides to finish. It was unbelievably cold this day. It's been a few weeks where we just hadn't really had this sort of cold, so it definitely kind of caught me out a little bit. And when you have strides planned on, I think you really have to ensure that you are fully warm and ready to get into those strides, because you are opening the gate a lot more. I think it definitely increases the chance of just having a little bit of a niggle here and there. So just wanting to make sure I was fully warmed up, there was blood in the legs and ready to kind of have those strides that we wanted to do.
I think the thing that kind of put it into context is that the North Downs Way is 50 miles of 5,500 feet of vert. The first half is a lot more runnable than the second half. The second half has some very, very big climbs. And although we are now 12 weeks out, yeah, that still seems quite scary that what I did in a week, I've got to do in one day. Now, I do have kind of goals for the race, which we'll touch on as we get closer, because it obviously depends how training goes. But that feeling of kind of like being scared of that, I think that's normal. What do you think? If you've done any sort of race where you're like, I've got to do that distance in a day, 2 days, you know, whatever race it is that you're doing, how did you kind of overcome that? That's the first run of the day done then. Literally bang on 12 miles, 2,100 feet of vert in pretty much bang on 2 hours. Super happy with that. I kept it really nice and easy, walking pretty much all the hills that were prolonged. And then later on, we've got 6 miles to wrap up an 18-mile day, and then the same again tomorrow morning with another 12 miles. So yeah, 30 miles in 2 days and 36 hours, really. And that's what we did last week, and we do it again this week. But now it's time to get home, recover, and get some work done.
Second run of the day just included getting out on the roads and just getting in those 6 miles. Felt really good. I have a strong feeling that these double days are going to become one of my favourite ways to train at the minute. It feels like a cheat code.
It's Thursday and it is absolutely miserable out here. We're just dropping off the little man at nursery, and then we've got 12 miles around the trails again. Do you want to say hello, little man? You want to say hello? No, don't want to say hello? All right then, fair enough. So yeah, dropping him off. Meeting my brother for this run, which will be super fun. And let's just go and run round and hopefully not get too wet. But that's part of the fun and games, isn't it? It's the beautiful weather. Let's go. I've also just noticed I've forgot my belt as well, which isn't too much of a big deal, because I can still put my gel and my bottle in my leggings, because these Janji leggings are absolutely unbelievable, can hold so much. But it does mean that I've got nowhere to put the GoPro, and if I get warm and want to take anything off, I've got nowhere to really put it. But it's not the be all and end all, to be honest. I don't want to carry the GoPro with the rain, because it'll probably ruin it. So I'll just check back in once the run is done.
This run was an absolute blast with my brother, and running with company is always nice. I very rarely get to have company run out, especially on these long runs. So having that, yeah, just made this go so much easier than what it needed to be. The 12 miles just flew by. And it did kind of get me thinking about, you know, my brother has kind of picked up running again, kind of same sort of time as me. He has been a lot more consistent over the years with running than myself, but for just both of us, that we had such a great year of running in 2025, kind of constantly motivating each other and keeping each other on track. And 2026 so far is going that way as well. And we'll be on that start line together for the North Downs Way 50. So yeah, just so enjoyable and so proud of him. Moving on to Sunday, this was the day after a parkrun effort that I did. So I went to the Wire Forest Parkrun to try and take some time off my current PB there. The Wire Forest Parkrun is so unique in the sense that its first 2 miles are net downhill. You can really open up the gate and pick up some speed, but then the last mile is pretty brutal, to be honest with you, and it definitely gets the legs burning. So my previous time there was about 19:34, so I was just trying to beat that, and I managed to run a whopping time of 19 and 4 seconds, finishing in 3rd place and just a full send. I was sick as I crossed the finish line, which is the first time I've done that. It was an enjoyable experience. But Sunday was a hill workout. Now, we were down at my mother-in-law's for the whole of Sunday with the wife and the little one and having a big Sunday lunch and just chilling. So I managed to get out when the little man went down for his nap, and I had to go and find somewhere that could allow me to do my hill repeats that was on the cards. And this was 11 or 12 times 40-second hills, and honestly it felt really good, much better than I thought it would the day before, obviously having that big 5k effort. It was a little bit of a struggle for me mentally because it was like I was running around a place I grew up in but not familiar with in terms of running now. So yeah, that was something that I had to kind of adapt to and get used to, but overall a great success. And that's a wrap on the week that saw us 12 weeks out from the North Downs Way 50, 53.57 miles, 86k, and a 7,000 feet of vert again. Super happy with that. A fantastic week, got everything done that we needed to do, and very much looking forward to the next one.